back to my channel. Yeah, I'm gonna start a brand new tutorial series for you guys today, and I'm just gonna show you real fast what kind of papers that I used. So what I'm gonna use, I'm gonna use my new paper collection Roaring Twenties, and I am gonna quickly show you what they are. I just made a full walkthrough with them. But if you want to see that, then check on my other video where I introduce my new paper collection Roaring Twenties. But I'm going to show you anyway real quick. So we have the mustard beige collection papers, and then a nice cut apart sheet, and now we come to the blue part. So cool. Can't wait to start with these. Easy ones, dark ones. This is stunning. It's so different. It's so out of my comfort zone, but guys, I think I will have so much fun with these. This is gonna be awesome. And then the last one. Yes, okay guys, so what do you think? Is this the vibe? I think it's a vibe. Okay, so I gathered already a nice ribbon set, and I gathered a nice flower set with all the colors that it's in the papers, and I could not resist. I also found this, guys. So I am wondering where I'm gonna add that in this collection, in this new project. What I'm gonna make, I have no idea, but let's just get started and be creative. Alright, have fun guys. Okay, the first thing that I always do is find all the cut apart sheets and cut out all. And these are my little ones. Oh, amazing. These are the little ones, and these are all the other ones that I just cut out. And the square ones. So that's easy to be used when it's already cut out. So that's my first set cut out. Maybe I'm gonna cut out more, I don't know. But for now I have these cut out, and then I'm gonna start with my first set. But of course I did cut out 3 pages. Okay, let's get started. What shall we make? What shall we make? No idea. Hello, let's get started. I have something in my mind, and I could make a tryout, but I'm just gonna film it, and if it does not work, I just delete it all and start all over. But in case it worked out, I just film it, and then maybe I get lucky. Alright, so I'm gonna have a chipboard, a 1mm chipboard. And I already draw a little bit what we need, and this is how I test it out, how I am gonna cut it out. So I'm gonna give you the measurement in a second. So I'm gonna, redraw that with you. So this is a little bit how I do it. So this is the same as my chipboard. And we only need 1 sheet to do the first step. Now let's see, here are my measurements. Let's check it out. So write it down guys, pause me, write it down. So for the inches, 6 by 5.5 inch. Then 6 by 2 1/4, 2 times. And 5.5 by 2 1/4, 2 times. For the centimeter people, we have 15.2 by 14 centimeters, 15.2 by 5.7 centimeters, 2 times, then 14 by 5.7 centimeters, also 2 times. Okay, so let's give it a go. So what I like to use is this piece of ruler. I just love it. And we're gonna start with the smallest size, the 5.5. Okay, so this is the longest side, then you have a perfect cut. So the smallest size, smallest measurements, I am gonna, oh, this is terrible to be seeing. Let me show you this way. So the smallest piece is 5.5. That's my first mark. I'm gonna draw that all the way down. That's my 5.5 mark. Then I'm gonna measure the 6. Okay, the longest. The 6. And I'm gonna draw the line all the way. That's why I love this one, because you don't have to make more marks. It goes quicker for me. Alright, so this is 5.5 and this is 6. Okay, short, longer. Okay, now I suppose this is an A4 size, but for those who does not have exactly, oh, this is, well, it's supposed to be 2 1/4. It's almost. That's cool. But I think I'm gonna deal with it. It's actually a 2 3/16, but a 2 1/4 is also perfect. But then I just have to measure mine right here exact the same. So it is actually a 2 3/16, but if you don't have this this chipboard and maybe you have another size, maybe you have a 12 by 12 inch chipboard, then just measure a 2 1/4. But for those who have a kit, they can measure, and I have now a measurement of 2 3/16. Okay, awkward. And for the centimeters, that's 5.5. I actually needed to adjust that, so I am 5.5. I will adjust that, and this is not a 2 1/4, but actually a 2 3/16. This is only for the kit people. Alright, so 2 3/16. So I'm gonna measure again. A 2 3/16. There we go. Let's draw the line till the bottom piece. There we go. And I'm going to do that again. A 2 3/16. Let's do that again. A 2 3/16. Alright, so now we have our 6 by 2 3/16. Yeah. Awkward measurement, but it's just how it is. 2 3/16. Okay, here for the bottom you already have the 5.5 by 2 3/16, and then you only have to make sure that this one, well, you also can do it from here, but does not make any sense. No, we can do it from here. Alright, a 5.5 it is. And then we have all our pieces. There you go. And then this piece we don't need. So this is how it looks. 2 3/16. Okay, for the inch people who have the kit and have the same measurement of this chipboard, this is how I'm gonna cut it. Okay, so 5.5 by 6. Then you have 6 by 2 3/16 right here. Same here, and then the 5.5 and the 5.5 here. So I thought so maybe this paper is just a little wider. No, it's actually the same. No. Okay. See, the first thing I need to adjust. But that's not a big deal. The 2 1/4 is perfect, but the 2 3/16 is also perfect. So I'm going to cut this down and then I'll come back to you. I think I can cut this down with my with my fiskars, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna use my ruler. And where's my ruler? Okay, oh, it's here. I'm just gonna use my ruler and my cutting knife. Alright, cut it all out. Okay guys, so these are the correct measurements that I just cut out. Pause me, write it down, adjust your measurements. Okay? Okay, cool. Now, check if everything is nice cut. Yep, perfect. So here we go. We have a 5, 5.5. And now we're going to attach these all to create a nice little box. Okay, can we use a full sheet? No, that's a shame. That's a shame. So I think I'm just gonna add one on, or we're gonna use hinges. Okay, what shall we do? We can use hinges, or we can use 2 sheets on each other and then glue everything on. Which way do you prefer? I don't know. I just don't know. It's been a while that I did boxes. Let's check how this does look. It was not a long time ago that I mentioned that it was cold up here. Well, how quick that can change, because today it was 27 degrees. Oh my god. That's the one thing that I hate about Holland. It changed so quickly. But I think that does on all over the world. So what do you think? I think we can manage it now. Let's just give it a go for doing this. Okay, so I'm gonna glue this down. I'm just gonna see where the middle is. Just check, check, check. This is, so I check this up and here. You don't see. Up and here. That's how I check that. And then this, well, you just can't move this to the side. No, you can't, because I don't wanna. I wanna have this in the middle. This. Well, we just attached. Okay, of course, we do need to go in the middle. Okay. So let's start with these. Check, check, check. Up and down is the same. So I'm gonna start with this little guy. I think I not even can open it. Alright, let's glue it on. Let's just make a little box. There we go. And then these little guys. Now with this one, you just stay a little away. Not too much, but just a little. Actually, this needs to go in maybe 2 times or something. Just stay away a little. 2 millimeters at least. Alright. this also stay a little away. Let's go to the sides. Add some glue on. Oh, last weekend I spent, well, I think, yeah, 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday night. Last Sunday it was Mother's Day, and I also spent a little time in the garden. Because of course you sit in the garden and then you see stuff that needs to be done and then, oh, why not? My hubby was taking a little nap after dinner. It was nice weather, so I took my chance and worked a little hour in the garden at Sunday evening. Oh, it was so nice weather, so lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. So it's not done, but it's getting there. It's getting there. The winter cleanup. Not that much to do. All I have is pots, but some little plants are not survived. Most of them are, but few little ones did not. Okay, I'm gonna turn it over. I'm gonna burnish it down. Let the glue in the chipboard. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna cut this down. I'm just gonna use my scissors. I'm just gonna use my scissors. I'm gonna just cut a 1/2 inch away. Same on here. Here we go. Okay, now next step, we need to have inches, not inches, hinges, to create these little guys right here. So what we do is, I think first we're gonna cut down from corner to corner. Okay. And I'm just going to stay a little away, so I'm not going to cut down all the way to the chipboard, but just in between right here. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here. Okay. Let's do that all the way around. 1/2 inch. There you go. Okay. Then I think we need also this corner. So we're going to do exactly the same as we do normally a cover, a mini album cover. We're just going to cut down the corner and we're going to stay 1 to 2 millimeters away from that corner. Okay. Cut it away. Yep. Okay. Okay, cool. Love it. Alright, so now what we're gonna do? What shall we first do? Let me first bend this. We can bend this all the way because of the opening that we created right here. Now you can do this. There we go. Okay, that was step one. Now let's see, let's bend the sideways all the way around. It's the easiest way to do that when this is not with glue. So just move your fingers and push it to the chipboard and burnish it down. Just take your time for it, and I'm gonna do that all the way. Now this, you can lift this up and then just push that paper onto the chipboard, so you don't have any mislead bubble air, I call that. You also can burnish it down a little bit, so you're sure you are on that chipboard. Okay, let's do that all the way around. Just take your time doing this. Almost the same as making a mini album. Just prepare everything, makes it nicer to work with. Last one. Here we go. Okay, now let's see. Okay, we have two hinges right here. And normally I would do one out and one in. Not particularly necessary, because you also can put them both in, but then you just need to cut down one. But then you have this on the side, and it actually looks good, but I like double protection, so I like to have this around. And you have, in my opinion, a little bit better edge. Okay, so that means that one goes on the inside and one goes on the outside. So one needs to be tape or glue here, and one goes on the inside. So one on the outside, one on the inside. So if you do this, then you can't get it wrong. Okay, that's a little bit the idea. You can use tape, you can use glue, whatever you like. I like to use both of them. So I'm just gonna add tape also. And why I do that is it helps to let it stick right away. a little bit better. Here we go. And here we go. Okay, now first I'm going to check if my glue bottle is perfect to go, because I don't want to have any, I call that, oh, maybe we can do the tape already on here. Go. It's easier now than that the box is already up and good to go. Alright, so that is what we have to do. We do need a few hinges for the inside to cover up the edges, so I'm going to cut those first. Also, I think that's a good idea. So yeah, it's a 6 and a 5.5, so let's check it out. Making a hinge is actually pretty easy going, but so I'm just gonna score 1/2 inch and then I'm gonna cut it down. So it's actually a 1 inch strip with a fold line in the middle. That's actually all that it is. So I also can't, no, I can't. Let's just do it how I normally do it. There we go. Stick to the plan, 1/2 inch, and there you go. And then I only have to cut it the correct size, and that is 2 RC, and you can make them a tiny little smaller. Just 1 millimeter or so smaller, but not that much, but just a tiny little bit. And the 5.5, also just a tiny little bit smaller. And the 5.5. There you go. I never know if we do need them. Well, maybe in the inside. No, maybe not, because we already have. Well, you never know. Just save them. Okay. Let's see. These are coming this direction. Let's just fold them in half. I think that's easier. Tape on both of the sides. There you go. And normally I would cut some triangles or the corners, but I will wait till later and decide if it's needed or not. Maybe just a little, but we can do that later. Okay. Alright, that's done. Now let's see, we can add these in if we want. it is easier. So I'm not gonna cut it down because it fits just perfect. And that's why I just cut it a very small, a little smaller. Let me first do the small one. So because I cut it just a tiny little smaller, see, for this one needs to be nicely in between, so yep, that does it. Otherwise you can cut it down. Just nicely on the edge, put it down, not over the edge, just on the edge. Here we go. On the edge. Okay, cool. I think we are ready to put everything inside. So I'm going to check my glue and I'll be back for just a second. Okay, I'm good to go. Let's check it out. So I'm just going to go to my first corner, peel off those two. Let's check. Oh yeah, one in, one out. Okay, I'm also going to do some extra glue on it, especially for the corners where my tape was not. Go. So one goes in and one goes out. Just gonna press down the in and then the out. So press it down, hold it down. Flip it over to the side where your hinge is and burnish it down. Just take your time to do this. Okay, let's do that one more time. Oh, 3 more times actually. Okay. Glue. I like to swipe it away, or I need to not squeeze that hard. Less is better. Alright, let's go to the inside. Place it down, hold it down, and let's go to the outside. There we go. Turn it over and burnish it down. Yes, we can do this. We can do this. There we go. Now try not to squeeze that hard. Okay, that's better. Here we go. One on the inside. One on the inside. Keep it on its place. And one at the outside. Burnish it down. Lay it flat and go to the inside. And now the last one is a little tricky because everything is already on its place, but with a little patience you can peel it off. Okay, my tape was okay, one on the inside, but be sure that you put these inside hinges on the way. And let's go on the outside. Now you're holding this down with your fingers on the inside, you can squeeze this nicely on the outside. And then we go to the inside. Yes! Okay. Now let's see. Let's see, how are we with the inside hinges? Are we all good to go? I think so. So I'm just going to peel these off. And then I'm going to lay this flat. And burnish it down. One by one. Squeeze this forward. Peel it off. Lay it flat. The next one. And the last one. And there you go, nice, all in the corners. Wow, that looks amazing, love it. See, right here on this side I missed just a little black, but you always can put some inside. Okay, let's go to this piece right here. Now we just have to squeeze this over. Let's do some extra glue just in case, and just because we don't have the tape all the way in the corner. Just an old brush I'm gonna use. Okay, burnish it down. Next one. is it. Just checking if the corners are not too, if they are too high, and just try to cut it down before you bend it over. Check it a little bit. Check it a little bit. Go, burnish it down. Yep. Let's check first the outside corners. Perfect. So if you cut the corners too far away from the chipboard, then that's also get a little problem. So 1 millimeter staying away is more than enough. More than enough. Just using an old brush to spread my glue everywhere. And there you go. There you go. Now what I like to do is burnish this down so all the corners are nice tight. There you go. There you go. Everything is already burnished down. What do you think? It's a nice little box. Cool. Now I think I like to add these corners only have one hinge, and I do like them both. So I am gonna cut this down and place this down right here. Does not need to be completely in the corner. Let's check it out. Not needed, but it's not needed, but maybe we just gonna do it. Check. Well, we can do two. Yeah, then we have a nice corner. So I'm gonna do that. Do we need... so I cut it 1 millimeter shorter than the corner is. And I don't think it's necessary to cut a corner. So I'm just gonna do one, and then the other ones we can do that. Okay. Sometimes a scissor even works better. Okay. Place that down completely in the corners and burnish it down. Yes, then you have a very nice clean corner. Now I wish that I had done that before I glued these large flaps. But yeah, we are gonna decorate it so you don't see. I think the next one I do like to have this a little corner. The bottom is perfect, but the top one I do like to have the corners. Okay, let's check. Is this also fitting? Yep, this also fits, just a little shorter. I'm going to show you what I mean with the corner. So I am only going to cut one to the corner. In the corner it goes. There you go, burnish it down. Yes, alright, yeah, that's better. Okay, let's do the other two corners and we go to the next step. Have fun, guys. Okay, guys, ready. It's actually not that difficult, but alright, next step. Okay, guys, my next step is, let's put this away for just a moment. We can add black inside later, so I'm just going to put this away. And now we are going to grab another piece of chipboard. And we are going to use the measurements. Wait just a second. Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you the measurements because we're gonna make the cover for the albums. We are gonna do 3 albums and they are not that tiny. We are going to do a 5 by 8 1/4 and for the spine it's 1/5 of an 8 by 8 1/4. The 1/5 of an 8 is an awkward measurement because it's the leftover. And we need 6 times and 3 times. For the centimeter, guys, it's 12.7 by 21 centimeters, and for the spine 4 by 21 centimeters. So how I measure, I already did in the first one. I'm going to tell you how I measure. I like to do it this way, 5 inch. And then from this direction 5 inch, and then I'm always good to go. And then I can cut these out, and as you can measure, then the leftover is 4 or a well, it's actually a 9/16 a 1/9/16 or a nice full 4 centimeter. Alright, and that I'm gonna do 3 times. And then I'm just going to cut it down. And then we're gonna make the albums. Yes. So we are gonna make a nice storage box. Well, no, actually we're gonna make 3 albums with a nice display box, or how you're gonna call it, I don't know. Anyways, let me put that away. Yep. Okay, let's cut these all out. You know the drills. Let me do one together. That's one. Okay. So this is for one album. So yes, it's gonna be a nice long. I could make them smaller, but why? Why would I cut this chipboard if you can use this size? Perfectly fine to me. Alright, so I'm gonna cut the other two out and then we're gonna make the albums. Oh, okay, I noticed that my paper was running out. I only have this left, so means that I need to grab a new pack. It's my last one, so I ordered right away a new one because we need a lot. So yeah, I do use Clairefontaine 160 gram for years. I love it, but that's just personal what you like to use for a project like this. But I just love using Clairefontaine 160 gram. Yay! Okay, now what I did is I put two A4 papers on each other. So I have a bigger one. Then I'm gonna start with the middle. Let's put some glue on. I like to spread it as much as I can, and let's say 1 inch from the bottom, and I am gonna put this in the middle where I just add these two papers on each other. Let's start with that one. Now this chipboard is not as thick as the 2mm, but it will be strong enough because these albums are not that big. So the 1mm is perfect for this project. Also to make boxes. I never use 2mm chipboard making boxes. Sorry for the noise. So the 1mm is perfect for these projects. Alright. Stay away. Well, not as much as we used the 2mm away. But I think a 3mm or something. Yeah, 3mm is nice to keep away. Alright, let's put the other one. Alright, by the way, this weekend was Eurovision Song Festival 2024. I want to quickly forget this year of Eurovision Song Festival. Something was happened with Holland and he got disqualified. So yep, so Thursday the half final he get through to get to the final, but somehow, and they are still investigated, but he got disqualified from the final. So, oh, terrible, because I really like the song. And I did watch last Saturday Switzerland, by the way, won, and it was one of my favorite ones, the song. The act I also liked. Yeah, it was really one of my top 5 ones, but I watched it with not as much enthusiasm as normal, because yeah, I felt so sorry for us Holland that we get disqualified. But anyway, and the what and how, well, we still don't know, and I don't know if they will ever tell us the truth, but they must have done something, of course, otherwise they do not there was something with Israel, and then afterwards there was something with a camera woman after his doing the song last Thursday on television. But I can't argue with what he did not do, because nobody knows the evidence. Well, somebody knows, of course, but I don't. Alright, so that is ready. Now we're going to cut the corners, and we're going to cut the corners not too tight to the chipboard, but at least 1 millimeter away from the edges, from the corner. Okay, let's just stay 1 millimeter away. Alright, and now we are just going to start in the middle, push this to the chipboard, let's see, push this to the chipboard, and now we can adjust it. Alright, so I do like to use tape and glue. So let's just add some tape all the way around. Makes it easier to keep your flaps on your chipboard. Here we go. Oh, I totally forgot my ring today, because I took a shower this morning, and then some rings are very distracting into my hair, so mostly I put them away. Oh, and look at these blood, I call this. I was working in the garden, and I hurt myself when I moved around some stones. So it's very dangerous to work in a garden. Alright, let's put this on. Nice. Burnish it down so the glue is everywhere. There we go. And then we're going to start with the bottom. Push this against . Peel it off. Put some glue against the chipboard. And there you go. Okay, let's go to the sides. Now I like to go normally around it, but this chipboard is very thin. So I'm just going to squeeze that flat. And I'm just going to take this off. Let's just do this again. Go, start in the middle, push it on, there you go. Let's go to here, make this flat. Peel it off. Nice. Okay, now grab your bone folder, squeeze that paper into the grooves and burnish it down. Same thing here. And there you have your first mini album. Yes. Nice. Okay, 2 more to go. Yay, yay, yay. Let's do that. We can do that separately if you want. Alright. So I just added 2 pieces of papers together to a 4 pieces. But if you use a 12 by 12 papers, then of course you can use that. Totally what you want. There you go. There you go. And then we can start all over again. Yes! We can do this.